me. Ah, well, good evening, my little walnut whips, and a very warm welcome to Thursday Night Live. Thursday Night Live, yes, the night where we wave away Thursday and we welcome in Friday. Poets' Day, darlings. Piss off early, tomorrow's Saturday. And it's very exciting, isn't it? So, over the space of the next hour, we're going to do exactly that in each other's wonderful company. You'll be telling me what sort of a day you've had and what you've been eating, and I'll probably be missing it because the comments have flown off the screen, or I've had to ignore them all so that we could all go to bed at 3:30 in the morning. But you will be reassured to know, darlings, that we're going to be doing all of this in the company of our lovely friends, our matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth. We are also joined by, it's another triple crown. Gosh. And the biggest triple crown to date, because 2-ton Ted here, 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin, he's going to get the biggest tickle that he has had so far. Up to now, 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin has only been tickled with £5 notes. But tonight, darlings, 20 of His Majesty's pounds are going to find their way into 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin. Now, don't get excited, because both 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin and the Netty Petty Piss Pot, which is also in for a bit of action tonight, darlings, they're not going to last very much longer. We've got a Monday coming up where something will be happening, and then we've got a night at the Grand Hotel Llandudno the following Monday. So, they're going to be well and truly emptied, because I appear to be spending the latter part of my life being exceptionally poor, which is interesting. But Sean's box is, of course, going to get its regular nightly pounding, and there's really some weight to Sean's box now. And last, but by no means least, we have got our portable community electronic telephonic device, upon which you could, some would argue should, and I hope will, leave a lovely voice note for the delectation and delight of all who are here with us, all you lovely members of my inner scrotum, you beautiful bogs, you wonderful top of the range community that you are. Right, we'd better crack on with the comments for a while. We know how that's going to go, don't we? But before we do that, of course, I am going to lubricate my vocal cords with a goodly splosh of splendid white wine. Looking forward to this. It's been a hot one. Been quite busy tonight. I've earned it, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm damned well going to drink it. So, cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up, if you're lucky, lads. Up yours, if you're not very careful, ladies. You could always get taken unawares. And above all, to each and every one of you, with kindness in my eyes and love and sincerity oozing out of my back bottom or tic-tac portal, delete as appropriate. Get stuffed. Cheers, darlings. Oh, soft, lovely tendrils of wine spread out around my doings. Ooh. Tickle my pleasure, tasty parts. But ooh, that's rather nice. Right, let's see who we've got with us now. No doubt I've already missed comments, so I will just greet you in the order that you appear on my doings. So, a very good evening to Steve Cole, Peter P, Tonic 110, Jimmy Mighty Quinn. Oh, Emma. Hello, Emma. Hopefully, Boaty will keep up with the chat today. Yeah, ain't going to happen. I'm sure that Boaty will have enjoyment from his wine tonight. I'm pretty sure of that as well, Emma. I like wine myself on occasions. Yeah, me too. I am an occasional drink whiner, wine drinker. I only drink wine on days of the week that have an A in them. Who else have we got? Have we said Steve Colgrave? We haven't. We bloody well have now, haven't we? Oh, yes. Then there's some individual chatting going on there, which is lovely. Emma would like to make it clear that she's not Boaty's Emma. Well, I mean, the other Emma is very much a person in her own right, and I have no possession of. Well, I mean, I possess her good friendship, and she possesses mine, which is a nice thing. And I'm looking forward to our time in Llandudno together with of course Little Lemon. We'll put him on the cable cars and frighten the bloody life out of him. I'll probably be more frightened, to be fair. Oh God, a wine burp. Oh, how inconvenient. I can only apologise, darlings. I am not proud. However, neither am I ashamed. When you are a professional broadcaster and you broadcast while drinking wine, wine burps are an inevitable occurrence, I'm afraid. And we're just going to have to work through them in the best way that we can. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. And this, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Emma is currently travelling back home after a lovely day out. I'm glad you've had a lovely day. Now, who else have we got? JB71 is with us. Oh, nice lyrics. World was on fire, no one could save me but you. Strange what desire make foolish people do. I love that song. Good evening, JB71. And Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon appeared at that point and shouted out in big old capital letters, "I have never put Tic Tacs up my bum!" Exclamation mark. And then, oh, and good evening all. We believe you, Emma, says Steekold. And Emma goes on, I mean, why on earth would anybody do that? And Peter says, quite rightly, Emma, I'm guessing you have people for that. What with you being so posh and all? And yep, that sounds very likely to me. Richard is with us, Paulie Galtieri. Good evening to you. Oh my goodness gracious me. And then Emma became a channel member, which is a wonderful thing. So let me take a moment to just thank each and every one of you channel members. Thank you for the continued support. It makes a difference and it means the world. And of course, thank you to anybody who has at any point very kindly gifted channel memberships. I am so grateful. So thank you to all of you channel members and channel membership gifters. You are amazing people, and I'm very grateful. And of course, the channel member video will be coming your way tomorrow, the one you're all waiting for. Now, today, you got the journey to lunch, didn't you? Oh, yes, you channel members did. And tomorrow, you're going to get the journey back. And I warn you, please do not watch that if you are easily offended by adult content. Genuinely, I don't want anybody to be upset. I don't want anybody else to fall out with me. So, viewer discretion is advised. And if you watch it and you're morbidly offended, don't come crying to me because I've warned you this time. Now, I should point out, in case anybody's thinking something askance of me, none of the filth is anything to do with me. The two front seats in that vehicle were filth free. However, there were two ladies sitting in the back seat, and oh, that sounds like an American song from the 1950s, doesn't it? And yeah, I mean, the stuff that came from that back seat, I will never be the same again. I'm not going to seek sympathy, darlings, but I am traumatized. And yeah, my world has been shaken a little. But you know, who am I to judge? I mean, I'd love to judge professionally, and I like judging on an amateur basis. But you know, they are my friends, and they will always be my friends, friends for life, closer than close. And that will not change despite the fact that they are both perverts. So where was I? Yeah. Thank you, channel members. And yeah. Enjoy yourselves tomorrow. And just to be clear, those two videos will never, ever go out outside of channel members. Oh dear. And again, remember, innocent party. I don't want to lose any more friends. Right. Sorry, Emma, says Tonic 110. It's going to take a long time for you to live this down. But we all know you did it. You don't get that on Hubnut, Richard. You're right. Oh, God. Emma, stop digging. Oh. Yeah, the ribs are still not oh dear. Oh, somebody's rescued a Mazda Unas. I used to have one of those. Nigel joins us of 00 Garage fame, of course. Oh, Diane is with us, our very own hippie headmistress. Stand up, guys. You know what to do. Ah, indeed, Emma. Your newfound reputation as the Tic Tac Queen may indeed attract a few new subscribers to your channel. And you don't need many more to hit that magic 1,000, do you? Oh, we're all on a countdown to that. Right. I'm only 16 minutes behind at the moment. I'm doing really well. I'm very proud of myself. It's time to get things started. It's time to light the lights. People fell asleep last night. Very sensible. You missed half an hour after the finishing post of Late Night Waffle. Rob Taylor is with us. Good evening, Rob. Good evening, all from St. Neots campsite. Oh, well, I mean, a massive shout out to any of you who are on holiday, camping, tenting, camper vanning, motorhoming, wild camping, car camping, or indeed hotel camping, as I did on Monday and will do again a week on Monday. Shelley, the niece, is with us, along with her brother, Shelley, the nephew. They are inseparable, which is nice. Good evening, all. Sorry, late checking in again. Yeah, outrageous. Outrageous. It was not Richard. Oh dear. Um, oh, don't get me into that. Don't get me into the people that I dealt with. Um, Actually, don't get me into that because I could say things that even now could get me into trouble. Um, let's just say that when you're in the big bad city and you deal with exotic sports cars, supercars, hypercars, all of that type of thing, prestige cars, luxury cars, you meet all sorts. You get to rub shoulders with and become friends with celebrities, rock stars, comedians, television stars, um, pop stars, and you also get to rub shoulders with other people, um, some of whom scare the life out of you. Good evening, Mr. Tonic 110. How the very devil are
Good
you, my
evening,
dear chap?
sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with you, unfortunately.
Oh, right. What have I done
I
now?
watched today's video,
Yes.
right? And you were saying about good people, nasty people, and all the rest of it.
Was I?
And you said disabled people kind of deserved it. God put it on them for being nasty.
Yes, I've
You
been.
know, the disability.
I've been taken to
I'm
task on that.
disabled, and I took a little bit of offence at that, I have to admit.
Well, I'm disabled at the moment as well, and I took a bit of offence at it as well.
Yeah, I had to say it. I was just, I thought, Boaty, bloody hell, what he said, man,
Dear oh dear. It was an ironic take on Christianity, but perhaps that didn't come across quite as clearly as it should.
Yeah, I think job engaged before brain did. Yes.
Well, no, I mean it's a genuine thing. A lot of, but then I assume that everybody is wired into my brain and knows what I'm talking about. So when I talk about God, then I'm automatically talking ironically because I talk about my deity, which is the FSM. So when I reference God, I'm referencing a Christian God or a Hindu God or whatever. And all of those religions, God is very judgmental and punishing. So if you go along standard doctrines, then that is a conclusion that you would come to. And that's what I was getting that at. I wasn't for a second suggesting that it was something that I believed in or that I thought would be fair. But yeah.
I understand that, Boaty, but it came across as you saying like, oh, well, disabled people deserve it. God give them that disability because they're all bastards kind of thing,
Well, I mean, follow the argument through. If you believe in God, if you don't, then it's all, the statement would be meaningless anyway. But if you believe in a kind and benevolent God, then why are good people disabled? Why would God give somebody a disability when they'd done nothing to deserve that punishment?
Excuse me. I don't think there's any such thing as a benevolent God. If there was, why would he have took my son away at 8 weeks old?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And my siblings. I completely agree.
Yeah, we all turn to God when we're in times of grief,
Well, qualify that.
We all say, oh, God, please help me kind of thing, what's going on? Even if you don't believe, you actually say it,
People do, yeah, people do. But again, going back to a conversation that Skick kicked off, that's why I became an ordained minister for the church that I did, because I can't get on board with any religion that claims that God is great and good and benevolent, but he allows or creates awful, terrible stuff like that. Neither could I preach the word of a God who allowed stuff like that to happen on his watch. And for that same reason, I never turned to God in my various hours of need, because I thought, well, he's he's unlikely to be helpful. But then, I found my church, and it all made sense.
I'm sorry, Boaty. I didn't mean to go into what's it. It's just something I had to say.
No, it's fine, and I'd already been taken to task over it. And if you or anybody else was offended by it, then I apologise. But
well, I don't know if I was offended. I just thought, well, that's a bit of a weird thing to say.
Well, yeah, it is. But that was the reasoning. That was the reasoning behind it. And as I say, I assume people are wired into my brain, but I forget that this kind of thing goes out.
There's nothing anyone can do about it.
This kind of thing goes out to the general public, and some people will just take things at. Well, you have to remember that things can be taken at face value without the observation that the tongue is in the cheek, or that the irony valve has been opened. So it's a fair point.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to put chat into a bit of a stupor kind of thing.
Oh, not
at least I didn't get a sideways conversation, so it ain't that bad.
Oh, the night is young, mate. The night is young.
Yeah. And chat, thank you for being my friends. It's really nice to know you all.
Oh, I mean,
and Boaty,
no thanks.
Big kiss for you.
At this stage, mate, you're so far into the community that no thanks are required. You're just one of us, and that's it. You're stuck with us, whether you like it or not.
Well, this is it, Boaty. It doesn't matter what you say or what you do. We're a community, and we stick together.
Exactly. Yeah, and
we could probably just chat together without you being there. If you got what I mean.
You have done on many, many occasions. Everybody says that their favourite live streams are the ones that I set up when I'm not there, and just leave you to it. I just get in the way of the community, really. I just hang on your shirt tails. But I'm glad you rang in, actually, because...
Come on, Boaty, you've got to take a little bit of credit for bringing us all together.
Oh, pish and tosh. But yeah, I completely forgot about that until somebody pointed it out in a comment. So I'm glad you rang in, because it's one of those things that you can say, like, I was in a car with friends. Now, they all know how I feel about minorities. They all know how I feel about underdogs. They all know my history of of stuff that I've done both professionally and voluntarily within the health sector and so on. So I can say something like that, and they totally get it. But I do forget sometimes that there's a camera running, and then of course I never that stuff, that fly on the wall stuff, I never edit it. And I never even watch it. I just put a fade at the beginning and the end and put it up there. Yeah. The same with the do lunch videos. So occasionally stuff is going to come out that could cause offense or could raise eyebrows. And I will explain it, but I will also apologize for it, because the last thing I ever want to do to anybody is to cause offense. And I would hope that those that know me would know that to be the case. But these things can
like
happen.
I say about it, I don't know whether I was offended. It just kind of jiggled the nerve kind of thing.
Well, yeah. And in some ways I'm glad, because
I'm a bit too old to get offended nowadays.
Oh, aren't we all? In some ways, I think it should jiggle a nerve, because if you if you have an understanding or an explanation of the context, then it might make you question certain things. But that's probably a bit too deep for a throwaway fly on the wall video, isn't it? So easier just to say, "Whoops, sorry."
Yeah, but it's like I say, at least it proves I watch your video.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Good for you. It's like a form of self-flagellation, isn't it? Watching my videos.
No, I'm sorry to bring it up, Boaty, but you know me, I don't very often say things, but today was just a little bit of a niddle on my nerve, because I don't walk very well and I don't do this. I'm old and I've become disabled, and it just hits a nerve.
Well, at the moment, mate, I'm in the same boat. I'm no spring chicken myself.
Come on, you're younger than me, you bugger.
I am, but then I've just been in a major accident and I'm a bit broken. So,
come on, I've had worse accidents than that.
Have you?
I was born to start with.
Yeah. Oh God, that takes a bit of getting over, doesn't it?
I still can't remember the squeezing and struggling though, but never mind.
Yeah, we block the trauma out, don't we? I don't know how I dealt with it because I'm a bit claustrophobic. Maybe that's why I'm claustrophobic. All that time in the womb.
It could be. But then again, I'm taking up most of the time of your stream and I really don't mean to, You're
always welcome, as is anybody else. Anybody wants to chat, ring in, leave a voice note. There'll be another live stream tomorrow and the day after and the week after and the month after and the year after. Last night, I went off down memory lane. Tonight, you and I are having a chat. It's
exactly, like me. I was afraid of phoning in and now nothing but a pain in the ass.
You're not a pain in the ass. You're an integral part of this machine and a very welcome one.
So, like, there's a couple of people in chat that are afraid of sending voice notes and things like that.
Good Lord,
don't be afraid, for Christ's sake, just send them. No one's going to laugh at you.
No, absolutely not.
We're all going to appreciate you sending them.
Exactly. It all adds into it adds another element.
You're part of our family now, and it's nice to hear from you.
It's exactly that. It adds an element to the friendship when we can put a voice to the words on the screen. And it doesn't matter if, I won't mention any names, but one chap was a bit concerned about going in because he's got a very minor speech impediment. And don't worry about anything like that, or don't worry if you think you've got an accent or you think you've got a lousy voice. Bloody hell, I sit here and rattle it to you with, I can barely get the words out. I've hardly got a tooth in my head. That means that I can't pronounce anything correctly. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I drink wine, so I'm half pissed by.
I cannot stand hearing my own voice. But it's no fun, yeah? Even though it comes across on the stream.
Everybody says, everybody feels the same way. Everybody feels the same way. I've never known anybody who enjoys listening to their own voice. I don't. So
anyway, you wanker, I might try to attend the meet at the village hall.
Oh, good lad. Good lad. It'd be fantastic to meet you.
Then people can put a face to my voice, you know what I mean? But
well, that's the next step. It's voices first, and then it's faces.
If my poor old Peugeot makes it, I'm still not at the point where I can trust it completely,
Oh, right. Okay. Well, touch wood. My newest Peugeot is performing.
Oh, go on, you swanky sod! Do I have to show off with a great foldable roof and everything?
It was bloody hell. Yours it's about 100 years older than yours and about £10,000 cheaper. You've got a new posh one. Don't give me that.
Mine's about as basic as it gets, I tell you.
Well, you bought it.
I know, but I love basic things with knobs rather than touching screens and doing things like that,
Have you got a panoramic roof?
I have, sir, but it doesn't open. So you have to have aircon just so you can get cool.
Right, so you've got air conditioning and a panoramic roof, and you're claiming to have a basic vehicle.
It's the most basic 3008 that you can get.
Cruise control?
Yes.
Reversing sensors?
Yes.
Speed limiter?
Yes.
Remote controls for the audio system?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got all sorts, but the point is, it hasn't got any front sensors and actually hit the wall the other day.
Oh yeah, I mean that's properly basic, is that, isn't it? You've clearly never right. Come back and talk to me about basic when you've got a 1979 Mini Clubman. Don't come at me with your Peugeot 3008 with all of its fancy gadgets and
you
tell
wait
me.
Till I turn up at your house in this bloody car, mate. I'm telling
you. Oh my God! Honestly, you younger generation, you don't know you're born. If you'd have had
hang on, you. What do you mean, younger generation?
Well, you're sounding like it. You're sounding
like.
How old
are you?
I am 34 plus a lot of VAT. But it's not a question.
Well, I've got 73 years, so I think I'm slightly not the younger generation.
Yeah, well, you've clearly forgotten what it's like to drive a Morris bloody Marina when you're describing your Peugeot 3008 as basic, with your air conditioning and your panoramic roof and your cruise control.
Climate. It's a bit like my body, isn't it? Basic and falling apart.
Bollocks. Well, I mean, your body might be, but that car is not basic.
Anyway, Boaty, I'm going to have to let you get back to your stream because the chat will be slaughtering me in a few minutes.
Oh, I've given up on the comments now. I'll
Yeah, someone said earlier, do you think Boaty will keep up with the comments tonight? And I just put no chance.
Yeah, correct. No, I'll just sing for the next 10 minutes and then sod off.
Oh, please don't sing. Oh, no, please. I'll see you later, Boaty. You take care of yourself.
Okay, matey. You too.
And chat, please, you all take care of yourselves too. Okay. Good night, fella.
Catch you later, buddy. Bye-bye. Right, I've lost a shed load of comments now. I saw, oh, God, I'm not worrying about it. I'm not worrying about it. The comments are between you guys. I'm just an intruder in there. I saw somebody ask when the Yorkshire trip was. It was Monday. I saw Emma suggest that there should be a warning on part 2. There's going to be, and I've already issued one. God, I'm seriously thinking about whether to put it out or not now, because, yeah, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Oh, my God. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a bit dodgy. How many channel members do I want to lose? Oh, I'll put it out. I'll put it out. I'll just put a warning on it saying, do not watch if easily doing, and something about, look, I was just an innocent party observing and recording this. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, seriously, viewer discretion is advised. Right, how many comments have I missed? Oh, shed loads. James Hodges has joined us and says, anyone like grog? Well, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Peter P has been a channel member for 15 months, and I thank him. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you. 23:15 timestamp. Oh, well, I've lost it now, haven't I? 21 minutes behind. I got sucked into a little rabbit hole today, darlings. Now, when I was watching more YouTube than I watch now, I watched some channels that were kind of related to van life or motorhomes, that kind of thing. So YouTube tends to put up those type of videos for me to watch. Now, some of them I've watched and think, yeah, this isn't really for me. Um, some I will, watch and stop watching, whatever. But you know what I mean? So, I used to watch, and this is before I got netty or anything like that. I used to watch Camper Vibe, the two girls, the two ladies, bless them. Can't remember their names now. I used to watch Will's Whereabouts. In fact, that was the one that got me into it because God, yeah, that was when I started watching it because I'd had the idea of doing a car camping thing. And then when I was with Chinese Madam, or I bought the Galaxy on her instruction. And when Chinese Madam sodded off, um, my choice, not hers, still feel guilty over that. She was a pain in the ass, and I still feel terribly guilty. I cried when she went. And yet I was happy. Maybe there were tears of, oh, yeah. Anyway, so I had the idea of turning the Galaxy into. I had the idea before the pandemic. I just had this idea that get a little camper thing and sod off on a Monday morning, spend the Monday night somewhere, off grid in the wild or whatever, come back on the Tuesday, go to work. I had that idea ages ago before I started watching YouTube. I had that idea. And in those days, you could buy a little converted van or something really cheaply, like a Transit Connect or something like that. Now, I know now that I would be too big for one of those, or it would be too small for me. But those were the things I used to think about, and I used to look at them. And my plan was, I had at that point, I had the Ford fleet. I had a fleet of Fords. And I had the idea, right, I'll sell all of the fleet apart from one, and I'll buy a campy type thing. And me and Nikki next door, Nikki Nunu, we used to talk about it because she's got a van. It's not converted or anything, but she's an outdoors girl. I'm not being disrespectful calling her a girl. I think she's older than me, and she's got a van, and she'd shove a bed in it or whatever when she was out walking and sleep the night in it. And she said it's a good idea. You should go for it. And but then the pandemic came along, and all of those suddenly tripled, quadrupled, quintupled in price because nobody could go abroad or travel anywhere, and they all started doing that thing, and everything went through the roof price wise. And I got the Galaxy when I was with Chinese Madam. Chinese Madam, that went, and I'm left with the Galaxy. And I thought, I wonder if I could turn that into an overnight camper type thing. I bet I could. It's quite a big vehicle. So, and by then I'd started watching YouTube. In fact, I think that was when I started watching YouTube. And I searched on YouTube for a Galaxy camper conversion thing, and it threw up a channel called Will's Whereabouts. And that was I kind of got into that a little bit because I think it was because he'd spent time in Nepal. I think he was stuck in Nepal during the beginning of the pandemic or something. But he was back in the UK, and his dad gave, he's only a kid, he's like a fetus. And his family had an old Galaxy that they weren't using, and he started using it as a stealth camper. And that kind of got me into the, not van life per se, because, you know, van lifers are people who theoretically do it full time. We'll come on to that in a minute. But it just got me into that kind of thing. And I realized that there were shed loads of people doing this and there were channels about it. So I started watching them. So yeah, so I watched Will's Whereabouts. And that brought YouTube show you other things. I started watching Camper Vibe. I started watching, what's it called? The guy from Leicester or Nottingham. Wondering Where, is it? Something like that. And there were a few that I started watching regularly. And it really got me into the thought of it. And, you know, I'd already had the spark long before Dampbacks or any of that. You know, this had been on the back burner for ages and ages and ages. I thought it was something that I would really like to do. So I've always looked at that, or since the YouTubey thing started, I've always looked at that sort of content. And that led on to, you know, motorhomey stuff and whatever and whatnot. So, and I still get shown a lot of that. Now, I don't watch hardly any of them anymore. I don't watch almost anything on YouTube anymore. I'm trying to do stuff myself rather than watch other people doing it. So I'm well out of touch with Camper Vibe and all those other channels. They've all progressed. They've all done what I was talking about on the video where I said, you know, should I move into my motorhome? No, obviously, but people missed that. And they've all gone the full circle and they've built successful YouTube channels. So what have they done? They've bought a cottage in the country. Of course they have. Why wouldn't you? It's a nice way to live. I'm going to do a video about this. Cottage life is better than van life. And I'll do a video explaining why. You know, you get a bath and things like that. Where was I going with this? Why am I talking about all of this? I've forgotten now. Oh, no, I haven't. I remember. Right. So I still get shown that sort of content. And there are channels that I'm aware of that I don't watch, but I am aware of them. For example, I was presented with a video by YouTube from a YouTube channel called Urban Motorhome. And the episode I watched, this chap, can't remember his name, a large chap, you'd rather feed him for a week than a fortnight, put it that way. But seemed lovely. He never stops laughing. Everything in the world is funny, apparently. And he just never, ever stops laughing. And he was testing for a company that sponsors him a much smaller vehicle than the one that he lives in. And I watched that whole video because it amused me, because he wasn't suited to such a small vehicle. And for the first half of the video, his constant laughing at things that just weren't funny really annoyed me. And then he hit his head quite badly, and that stopped him laughing. But ironically, it caused me to laugh. I mean, Schadenfreude at its best or worst. And then the bit I remember, he took it to a pub, parked in a pub car park, and he was too large to fit into the bathroom. So he had to wee in a bottle. And I thought that was a really interesting video to watch. I will never watch another one of this channel. but that was that. Another one that was a bit like that was what's it called? Mad Mark's Van Life, something like that. And I watched a video of that because somebody said in a comment on one of my videos, a Netty video, I think, there's a guy that you should watch or meet. You'd like him. You're so similar. It's Mad Mark's, whatever. So the next time that YouTube presented one of his videos to me, I watched it and I thought, no. But the point is, and this is coincidence at work and the universe at work, this afternoon, YouTube showed me a video from a channel that I'd never heard of. And I can't even remember what it's called. And ironically, this evening, somebody left a comment on my Should I Live in My Motorhome video saying, this sounds a bit like so-and-so. And I can't remember what the channel's called. Something Wizard. I can't remember. I'd have to look. But it's apparently, and I got totally sucked into this. And I saw it on a couple of other channels. What was the, what's that woman called? That they're all mad conspiracy theorists, or they're all fakes or liars, apparently. What's that channel called? The woman, the northern woman with the really annoying voice. Can't remember. But apparently in the UK van life community thing, God almighty, it's like a school playground. They're all they're all shagging each other or bloody falling out with each other or calling each other out or this or that. And it's all kicking off. And somebody has started this channel that I found this afternoon. It's relatively recent. And all of their videos are exposing the other van life channels. So it's showing their content and saying, you're a lying bastard, you're this, you're that, you're the other. And they're pulling all of these YouTubers up on their doings, basically. So like that urban motorhome guy. Now, I only watched one video of his, and it amused me because he annoyed me with his constant laughing and cheerfulness, and then he hurt himself, and he finally stopped laughing, and I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the fact that he was too large to fit into a lavatory and had to wee in a bottle, having eaten a very large pub meal. And he's got a video on this guy talking about real stuff, pointing out that the channel purported originally to show the freedom of van life and this, that, and the other. And it ended up that he just moves from one pub car park to another, inhales a lot of takeaway food, and takes the corporate shilling and advertises this, that, and the other, wrote a book and pushes quick release codes on the viewers and all of that. And it's nothing like the channel was originally intended to be. Whoever does this channel has obviously got a very personal beef against this Mad Mark chap, because he's done 3 videos on him, really goes to town, pointing out the lunacy. Oh God. But if you read the comments, apparently this Mad Mark guy is proclaiming himself to be this, that, and the other, and he's charging people 20 quid to have a video call with him where he will give them life advice. I mean, I can't help but get sucked into it. And if you read the comments, then people who have met these people and know background stories and know who's shagging who and this, that, and the other. And it's mental. It's mad. I'm loving it. That's great. It's absolutely. Do any of you lot watch this? It's bloody brilliant. Oh God, it's when you're not involved, it's it's wonderful to see all of this. Oh, they're not real. They're not real. They're fake. They're this. They're that. They say this, but it's all. I don't. Oh, hello. Good evening, sir. Again.
Good evening again. Yeah. I'm just listening to you talking about van lifing.
Yes.
Yeah? You seem to forget that most of these van lifers are loaded before they start.
Oh, right. Okay.
They've all got bloody money. They just pretend not to have.
Well, this is what I'm learning.
You watch most of these van life things. Oh, this is broken or that's broken in some foreign country miles away. But suddenly they've got people help and people are fixing things for them because they're bloody paying for it. The only people I like is like Camper Vibe, which, okay, they've got their cottage, but they sold the house to do the van and then buy a cottage in Ireland.
They did. I watched that. I was still watching them when that happened.
A couple of lasses and they're doing brilliantly for themselves.
It's Emily and
oh, I can't remember the other one's name. Emily's the little one, isn't she?
Yeah.
But the other one does all the work. She's like the man of the family, like kind of thing.
Yeah, you can't say
not being disrespectful.
You can't say that now, can you? But yeah, she's the.
No, but I'm not being disrespectful.
She's the Arthur.
She does all the work and all the rest of it. She's the carpenter and the plumber and all the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But Emily on her own, that does all the accounts and everything else, keeps purse strings and everything.
I didn't.
Camper Vibe is brilliant. I really enjoy watching them.
I enjoyed it as well. And
all I phoned up for was to say you've got to understand these people started with a lot of money behind them. Right. They haven't started from your position.
Okay. Well, I'm learning all about this sort of thing. I'm obviously a bit naive in some ways because today's been a bit of an eye opener because and when you read the comments and people are saying about this, that, and the other, and people are saying, "Oh, I never edit videos," but then somebody else will point out that there are 4 different cameras shooting and they're specialist lighting, and they're saying, "Oh, I've walked from here to here," but if you look very carefully, you can see that they haven't moved at all, and they're asking for money for this, for that. They're claiming that they've got the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And if you have a half an hour video call with them for 20 quid, they'll help you to have the life that they've got. And maybe I'm still being naive because I just thought, do I really want life advice from somebody who has made themselves professionally homeless?
Well, as I've told you, I'm 73, and I used to work as a coach driver, taking people away to like Italy and all this, that and the other.
Oh, nice.
For a company called, I don't know whether I'm allowed to advertise their name.
Of course you are. Go for it.
Ledger Travel. It was for the older end of the market, everything, you know what
I mean? Oh, okay. Oh, you're allowed to stories. We need to talk about that.
I spent weeks, in fact, I spent months abroad. I got back to Dover and was told, right, you just turn around and go back to Italy. You know what I mean?
Oh, God, that's fabulous.
And I said, no, I've no clothes. And he said, it's okay. We've been to your house and your wife's packed your suitcase up. You're okay.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah. We've been to your house. Your wife's packed your suitcase up and it'll be at Dover waiting for you.
Oh, amazing.
I didn't know I used to love traveling around.
I didn't know you were PSV.
I had a wife. Oh,
you never said you were PSV.
Oh, yeah. I used to be really thankful that I had a wife that let me do it. You know what I mean?
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Hey, coach and trailer.
Oh.
Taking band and equipment and all the rest of it,
Yeah.
Well, I've lived quite a life. I just don't like yapping about it all the time.
Oh,
But all I was trying to point out to you, Boaty, is all these van lifers have got money behind them before they start.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning this.
Even Camper Vibe, they sold their house to go van lifing, and the money they made from the house they sold, they bought a cottage with in Ireland.
Yeah.
You know, but van life isn't like I'll buy a van with the point of buying a cottage. It's you either like the life or you don't like the life. You know what I mean? Nettie, I admit it's too small for you to live in full time, although people do live in smaller.
Yeah.
You know, but please have a think about it. You know, it's not something you don't buy a van so that you can buy a cottage because you've already got one.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Nobody seems to understand. That was my point. I've got no intention of moving into bloody Nettie or anything else unless I have no choice.
You should move into Nettie for like a week. You know, just to go and have a go at it and see how you manage with it.
No, I don't want to. I won't enjoy it. Why would I want to do that?
How do you know you won't enjoy it? You love Nettie, you say.
I do love Nettie, yeah.
And I'm not saying for like a month or anything, just for a week. Just go to different places for a week.
I can't afford it. I can't afford I'd love to do that for a week, but I can't afford it. I have to go to work. I mean, that's real life, isn't it?
Get your holiday pay from the bloody people and just go for holiday. No, I don't think you could do that, could you?
I will do next year.
But I'm sorry to interrupt again. It just, you know,
I mean,
I enjoy having a conversation with you. Sod chat.
Exactly.
I can't talk to them like I can you.
Yeah,
you know?
sod them. They can talk amongst themselves. I mean,
there's still no love if they're all my friends.
Maybe you missed it, but there is a little bit of a newsflash. Is that after the accident, when I was seriously considering, I mean, I was all screwed up at the time, physically and emotionally, but when I was thinking of, you know, cutting down the work to the bare minimum, part of the deal to entrance me not to do that, I do get some holiday pay now, allegedly, possibly in the future.
Yeah. Come on, you've worked for them long enough, haven't you?
Oh, it's only been 9 years. It's
it's not bloody hell. You have to do 10 before you get holiday pay, mate.
Yeah,
so you know
exactly. But no. That will happen. But that's the thing. Nobody understood that. But well, lots of people didn't understand that video. I wasn't saying I'm genuinely thinking of moving into Nettie. I was pointing out the fallacy of a lot of the van life stuff, because they all say that van life is wonderful and marvelous, and it's the best way.
It is if you've got the money to do it,
and it's the best way to live. And they do it, and they make a YouTube channel about it. And once they make enough money, they buy a house or they buy a cottage. And what I was trying to say is that, so they've done that to work.
Yeah, but the point is, why sell a house to go van life in to buy a house?
I don't know, get a better house.
You either like van life or you don't. Most people the true van lifers, they love living in the van. There's a guy in Norway, and he goes through so many serious storms, you know, like the North Pole and everything.
I've watched that guy.
He loves it.
I've watched that guy.
He actually loves it.
He's amazing. You know? Yeah,
he is amazing. He's magic.
Yeah. But going back,
he just sits in his van and eats these curries and things like that, and he's right happy with it.
Yeah, I've watched him. He's called Norwegian Explorer or something, isn't he?
That's the guy, Norwegian Explorer. He's brilliant,
something like
man.
that. And
well, I couldn't imagine Nettie up there somehow.
Yeah, well, I've not watched him for ages, but I can imagine Nettie doing stuff like that. Damp Babs took Nettie on a trip in the real snow. And
I'm sorry, bud. I'm having a conversation with you while you're on live stream.
That's okay. We're past the finish point now, so I'll just be saying good night when we finish anyway. So the
I'm sorry, chat. I didn't mean to, yeah. Has he pounded the box yet? This is the main thing.
I haven't yet, no.
Yeah, well, get on and do the pounding.
Right, I will do that now.
Honest to God, I'm really sorry to take up so much time tonight.
We will begin, darlings, with 2-ton Ted the Tentington, who's going to get a massively major tickle. Look at that, a £20 note. Now, this is new territory for 2-ton Ted. So, oh God, I'm going to have to try and poke him in. Hold on. Okay, this might not be entirely straightforward.
Right, I'm going to say good night while you're folding money into a tin.
Okay, mate.
Okay.
You take care.
Okay, you take care of yourself. And yes, Stu, I did jack the stream again. I'm sorry. Okay. Good night.
Night, mate. There we go. 2-ton Ted the Tentington has been tickled well and truly. Now then, what the hell was that? The Netty Petty Piss Pot. There's £2 going in there. There it is. 3, 2, 1. In it goes. Oh, I had another voice note. Completely forgot about that. I apologise. And it might have been a pounding related voice note. So let's do that.
Boaty, dear chap.
Hello.
Pound that box as if you walked into your kitchen one day and found the entire cast of the original Batman and Robin TV series sat at your kitchen table or dinner table. And they looked at you and said, "Fuck off." Twat.
Do you know what? Simone and I are just on a similar wavelength because she makes me laugh every time. I totally get that. Right, let's do some box pounding. We've done the Netty Petty Piss Pot. We've done 2-ton Ted the Tentington, and I'm going to be so grateful for those on Monday and the Monday after, because without these two and without this little nightly ritual that might seem a bit silly, but when you're poor, really isn't. Without these two, the next 2 Mondays would not be able to happen. So I am grateful. Sean's box. Oh God, it's getting heavy. Listen to that. 1 box. Welsh, plus call. £1. 3, 2, 1. In it goes. Another 1 bite of dust. Right. Once again, we're going to have to give up on comments because, things have happened, and there'll be another live stream tomorrow. There'll be a chance to catch up and all of that shenanigans. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So this channel that I found today, it just rips it out of the other channels, but not needlessly, not pointlessly. It points out where it just points out all of the wrongs, the lies, the fakeness, the this, the that, the other. I wish I could remember what it was called, but I will tell you tomorrow night. The videos, he's had a go at Mad Mark, 3 videos, Urban Motorhome, the other ones, the Wandering, the something Bradford's, I can't remember. It's too late, I'm too tired. But it's a relatively new channel. It's interesting in a road crash TV type of way. And it's just interesting to see YouTubers or their content being held up to the light, being questioned, being critiqued. And I kind of don't think that's an entirely bad thing, because God knows, I know that you get people who will support a channel in the face of absolutely anything. Uh, and I kind of think that if you're going to put yourself out there and you're not going to be entirely straightforward, then be prepared for some questioning or whatnot. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm not a successful YouTuber or anything like that, but I am aware that even when you're small and unsuccessful, people will get on board with you, but also people will take against you. And if you're pulling any sort of stunts and whatnot, then they can come and bite you on the arse, which is why I've always been glad that I just turn up and get slightly drunk and tell you all the truth because the truth can't come back and bite you on the ass. And I don't hide things. I don't. I mean, I'm part of the reason why I'm as ridiculously open as I am about YouTube stuff and about personal stuff is so that nobody can do a little diggy and say, well, actually, he does this and he does that. And this channel that I found, it's interesting. But as I say, the real interest is in the comments and the people that have got some inside info. And it's a real rabbit hole. You get sucked into it. And you have to think, actually, none of this matters. It's nothing to do with you. And you need to go to work and do the washing up and have a shower and stop watching this bollocks. It's just human intrigue, isn't it? It's why people watch soap operas. And yeah, it's quite interesting. Oh God, I'd love somebody to do an expose on me. I've told you the story before. There was an occasion, 100% true, back in the days before the internet, when the news of the world was the big investigation, ruin careers, ruin lives, undercover people, uncovering this, uncovering that. I was the subject of a News of the World investigation as the result of a couple of things. And they didn't come up with much because I've always lived the same kind of life. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing hidden. There are no skeletons in the closet. There are no secrets. And they contacted me and said, well, we've discovered this and that, and we're planning to publish it. What's your response to it? And I said, yeah, I did that. It was brilliant. I mean, it was nothing. I think the worst thing that the News of the World came up with me was that and there'd obviously been was that one night I went into my flat with two girls and came out of my flat the next morning with two girls. What are you going to do? I was single. I wasn't married. What are you going to splash that over the front pages? I mean, they were trying to come up with business stuff, but there wasn't any. I was in my business life, even more than my personal life, I was scrupulously honest not because I'm a particularly moral man, although I hope that I am, but I was just always too scared of being caught out. And going back to a previous comment about who you had to deal with in that situation, if you weren't scrupulously honest, you could very easily end up dead. So yeah, I've just led a life of honesty and openness and anyway, this has all gone completely off. Let's have a look at the comments. Right, well, we've pounded all of the doings, haven't we? You might want to start saying your good nights, darlings, on the grounds that I'll keep going till 1:15. You got 3 minutes, slightly less. Oh, excuse me, that was another one. Oh, God, Weinberg's. Sorry, I'm just whizzing through the doings here. Right, it looks like tomorrow's video might not actually come out. I'm being advised not to put it out. Oh, right, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I might watch it through first and then decide, but I just might not put it out. Honestly, what I said to Tonic is kind of right. What you say amongst friends who understand you and know when you're being ironic, know when you're being whatever. There's a difference between that and the camera rolling and people who don't know you taking it potentially and contextually out of context. So it might be easier to just not put it out actually, and we will yeah, and we'll just look forward to. Okay, right, plans coming up. Where are we now? I mean, it's Thursday now, isn't it? So the weekend is mad for me. It's the old busy time. The weekend flies by. Before you know it, it's going to be Sunday, planning for Monday. At the moment, the plan for Monday, come hell or high water, despite the fact that I'm probably not up to it, I am still planning to take Nettie to Anglesey. I haven't booked it yet, but it's available. That is still the current plan. And I just kind of need to do it. Yeah, I miss Nettie like mad. I miss those times like mad. My mindset at the moment, after more than a month of treading water, is to just do it, deal with it, cope with it. At least I'll have the joy of driving down that amazing stretch of road from Llandudno onwards on the A55. A night in Nettie, a Monday motorhome live, all of that. I just want to do it. Other things coming forward. A week today, next Thursday, I've got a medical appointment with the doctor appointed by my insurance's solicitors to check out my physical state now. a month on from the accident and whatnot, and I'll film that journey. And then a week on Monday, we've got Slandered. Now, I'm just going to sod off at this point. I apologise that... actually, I'm not going to apologise. This might be the way that live streams go now. As Tonic said, you don't need me for you guys to chat with each other. You're perfectly capable of reading each other's comments and having a good time. And if something happens, like we get a call in or I go off on one about something or the other, then I think that's just the way that things might have to be. We're into Friday tomorrow, so we're into 2 short ones. Later, 11:30, shorter, half hour, plus VAT, obviously. And yeah. I've not even told you what I've eaten today. My God. But right, okay, there we are. Let's leave that one there, darlings, and let's all just head off to bed, shall we? I think that's the most sensible thing at this point. Thank you all for your company again. As always, you've all been amazing. I'm so grateful. Let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a good day ahead. May it bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure, but at the very least, may it be manageable. I can't wait to see you next time. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, later 11:30, and for a shorter period of time. I'm sure you'll all be grateful for that. At the very least, be grateful for small mercies. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow night. In the meantime, thank you so much. All the love in the world from me. And yeah, on that note, oh, and big fight on Saturday. Moses Atuma and Dillian White. Oh, really excited about that. Okay, on that note, good night. Pachoo. And indeed, oh yes, bosh. In it, bro.